dumping that puck in for Carolina. Andrei Svechnikov loads it back to the line. Long shot on the way. And Vasilevsky fights that one off. It bounces off the top of the net.
It's going to be a shot from the point. You're going to see a lot of this from Carolina. Watch the hot potato here. Up in the air. Vasi's got a tracking. Comes back off. That's really good awareness by Vasilevsky. Not to let it hit him in the back and end up in the back of the net. Where did it go? He's got it. Okay. And he does a good job of fighting that one off. Talk about a hot potato and things going.
But it didn't. Thankfully for the Lightning, here is Gensel. Up in the play, now it's knocked back, and here comes Svechnikov. He's got a break. He's in. Stopped by Vasilevsky. Penalty call coming up against Hedman. Here's a chance. In front, they score. Man, what a start for Carolina. They get an early goal to open the scoring. It's 1-0. Less than a minute into this game.
Down to the very end when Victor Hedman has to take a penalty. You'll see the referee's arm go up. Yeah, because he gets the wrap around there. Everybody stops except for Carolina. 3 guys there. Victor Hedman still coming out of the corner. Moser pressures in the far corner. There's nobody in front of the net, walking right down the middle, and Vasilevsky is all alone. He'll be hot and ready to go in this one.
Here's Carolina again in over the line, held at the blue line. Chatfield with a shot, stopped by Vasilevsky. Top of your screen, you were seeing the starting line sponsored by Advent Health. Loose puck in front of the Tampa Bay net. Up ahead to Kucherov. Gave it away in front of the net. Yikes! And there is Taylor Hall with a shot.
Kucherov. The last save. See, it just doesn't happen. Kucherov wanted to make a play into the middle. The Lightning used that play. Forwards on the wall, using the front of the net, and guys jumping out. And when you do it wrong, it's an immediate scoring chance. What's happened there?
Good face-off win there by Braden Point. Pulled it back on Mark Jankowski. This one's back to the line. Riley's shot got through, punched down. Chipped out by Tampa Bay up through center. Chatfield trying to hold his ground there. The hard-charging Hagel. Hagel finds the late man. There's a shot. Save Anderson on the rebound.
It's always a plus. He's very good at hitting the net and also not getting it blocked. Not only just by the first layer that comes out to him, but the second layer as well. He had Yanni Gourde right there.
Garvin's trying to drop it out there to Svechnikov. Taken away by Gourde. Gourde coming in. Curls back. Drops it back. McDonough lets her fly. And a save made by Anderson.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
That shot block comes right back to Miller. His drive is caught and held by Vasilevsky.
Those are not going to get through in this game. Very seldom. Carolina's too good man-on-man.
Moser shoot. Oh, it was deflected on the way through, and Anderson got the pad down.
Yeah, very different styles in these two teams for sure. And the Lightning have had their hands full against these guys.
There's a quick drive. Save Anderson. Rebound! And Anderson comes across again.
And then Girgensons bottom of your screen there on the rebound. Just can't quite get it elevated the way he needed to in order to score a goal. But really well done, keeping the play alive in the corner. Combination of Gourde and Holmberg. And then Girgensons with that chance minutes here and playing right into Carolina's hand.
Late push here, 10 seconds to go. Hedman with a shot. It goes over the net. Carolina's power play, 11th in the NHL. They went over 2 in their last game, which was a loss against St. Louis. Long-range shot kicked out by Vasilevsky. Svechnikov back to Stankoven. Stankoven walks the line, gives it up to Ehlers. Ehlers feeds it down low. Blake can't pull the trigger before he was checked there by Chernak. Here is Nikita Kucherov, who just hit 1,100 career points. Nice pass, shot, save, rebound. Anderson down. Kucherov lets it go. That's blocked in front.
Chatfield getting up. Number 5, White. See, there's Brayton Point. That's the original one. But then, oh yeah, he got it. Still hard to tell. The back of the hand, I guess, protecting his head. Oh yeah, definitely.
Bumped off the puck, was picked up by Bjorkstrand. Lead pass for Hagel. Hagel in, shot, save, and the rebound into the corner. Centering attempt didn't get there. Hagel's got it again.
He hasn't played very much against Carolina, and Carolina's good one-on-one. Brandon Hagel had one of the best scoring chances, certainly for the Lightning. So
Just 2. He's being pressured. Carolina will pressure you all over the ice, won't they, Brian? Here's Blake inside. Walked out and forced Vasilevsky to make a stop there. Up top, Nikishin, long-range shot. Easy save. Stu getting coached up over on the bench there by Rob Zettler as we speak. And, you know, he's been a big part of the story for the Lightning all season long in terms of guys stepping up. But you get into this part of March, it's a different level, isn't it?
Yeah.
And look out, here's Aho. He's in, stopped by Vasilevsky. Rebound. They score. Svechnikov to Aho. 2-0 Carolina.
And it was an easy play. Chernak is over against the wall. As you see, Yanni Gordon was in the middle. McDonough was split kind of wide, but Aho came from underneath a little, just that prime vulnerable area. And he just walking down. He could have slowed down, which he did basically to a coast.
Cirelli leaned on along the sideboards, trying to walk it off the wall. There was Hagel, comes back to Moser. Moser takes the shot, saved by Anderson. They're back. Sent back in. That was Carrier who took that hit there from Ryan McDonough. Allows the Lightning to keep the pressure on. Cirelli out of the corner, looks back to the point. McDonough towards the net, a little bouncer, and Anderson. Points. Gets a hold of it. Here's Gonzalez. One move, nice pass. Kucherov the shot. Rebound goes just wide. What a pass there by Gonzalez to Kucherov. And here it is again. Let's it go. Saved by Anderson. As Kucherov really let that one fly. They'll work it across. Carolina trying to spread things out. Jarvis is up front now with Svechnikov. Here is Jarvis. Hagel lost his footing. Here's Svechnikov with a shot. Saved by Vasilevsky. Here's Miller. Miller hangs on to the puck, being watched by Hagel. Here's Ehlers. His drive. Vasilevsky got maybe a piece of that. Out of the corner comes Blake. Constant pressure now by the Canes. Shot saved by Vasilevsky, and more importantly, no crowd getting back into it, urging the home team on here. Last of a 3-game homestand before they head out on the road for 4. There's a shot, big rebound. McDonough battling for it, gets it again to the net.
Listen, the Lightning have had trouble sorting out who should have who. The late guy coming on the play that's hurt them.
Here's Svechnikov again, stops up, into the middle, look out, shot saved, Vasilevsky on Svechnikov, and now here's a break. Gord in, Yanni Gord shot, scores! Yanni Gord makes it 2-1.
Up on the play. Then Nikishin, you just saw a moment ago, number 21, is also deep. He's taking the best angle he can. Nikishin is. Yanni Gord waits till exactly the right moment. And he decides, am I going 5-hole? Am I going short side? Or am I going far side? And he beats him over the pad, under the blocker with the perfect shot. You got a lot of zip on it there, catching the defenseman split and not protecting.
Backtracking on him is McDonough. Here's Gensel. Gensel flips it forward. Gonzalez curls around, and he does get it away to Stu. This is an odd man rush. Here's Point. In front, Stu. He scores! Stu! 2-2!
And he's been waiting to get a chance like this. Brayden Point does a heck of a job. Go wide, but the pass has to be perfect. If he waited another half second, it would have been too late. Dastu would have been too close. Dastu uses the angle of his stick properly, gets it up and over the pad, stays inside on the back-checking Keandre Miller. And now, in short order, the Lightning have tied it up 2-2.
Changes. Slavin dishes off to Chatfield. Chatfield into the middle for Hall. Hall gets to the outside. Hall is in. Save Vasilevsky.
MVP in the National Hockey League. He gets around Victor Hedman. Great control, but he doesn't elevate. And Vasilevsky makes these brilliant leg saves. It's amazing to me that he can extend the leg as far as he can, as often as he can. Look at that. He is left.
And he can't turn and shoot either, but he still has the puck to Stu, and that shot doesn't go. Hagel, across Kucherov. Oh, what a save. Across, rebound. Oh, that doesn't go either.
Kucherov's going to get the first shot. Nice save by Anderson. And then a save by the goaltender. By the defenseman in front of the net. Unreal. From our vantage point, I thought Anderson had made the save.
I'll give Anderson credit. The first save was a good one. Anderson had kind of a shaky start to the season, and one of the great stories in the league is Brandon Bussey, who's the backup tonight. But Anderson has played well his last 8 or 9 starts. Or at least he's getting the wins. Oh! A sharp angled shot finds its way home. Shocked everybody. Martinook out of nowhere finds the far corner and makes it 3-2 Carolina.
This is a slingshot. Chance to look at it. The left side of your screen, Martinook, he's not in the scoring area, and he's also deep. I think the puck is also on edge. He's got a curved stick like everybody else. So what? It's behind him. He just slings it. I believe it goes straight in. I don't think that hit Hedman. It went in.
Here comes Cirelli. Cirelli steps in over the line, chips it in. Vasilevsky heading to the bench. Oh, the front save, Anderson. Oh, what a chance that was. And the empty netter is in at the other end. Unbelievable. That is exactly how this night has gone.
Pretty much for Carolina. Nice play by Gensel in the corner. He beats 2 guys to the loose puck, and that allows Kucherov to get in there to the front of the net. He's in so tight, you have one touch look at it. And it's either in or it's not.